We sail from Kingston to Tortugas Bay. Cannabis haze in the wind, we're feeling okay. A bottle of rum on the deck, it's sweet like the sea. Pirates with a conscience, we live for freedom and glee. Raise your glass of rum, let the rhythm flow. In the Caribbean nights where the wild winds blow, we're the rebels of the tide with herb in our head. Reggae beats on the waves, we're the dream weaving band. Old maps in my pocket, stars guide me tonight. The ship full of laughter, we keep the world alive. No fear of the law when the moon lights the sky. We trade with the dolphins and let the good vibes fly. Raise your glass of rum, let the rhythm flow. In the Caribbean nights where the wild winds blow, we're the rebels of the tide with herb in our hand. Reggae beats on the waves, we're the dream weaving band. A little weed, a splash of rum, a crew that's never done.
Welcome, Riders. Hello, everybody. Fucking slur. I probably am unfortunately gonna have to slur today. It's one of them days. I don't think I can watch that on stream. Let's start off with the decoy voice video.
Carmelo Anthony was just found guilty of murdering Austin Metcalf and was sentenced to 35 years in prison. But already, people are seemingly calling for race riots, as CNN immediately frames the verdict as racist.
Carmelo Anthony said, well, push me. See what happens then. And he pushed him, and that is when Carmelo Anthony rummaged through his bag, took out a knife, and the jury has determined that when that knife went into the chest of the victim, Austin Metcalf, that was murder.
If it was up to CNN, you'd think an inanimate object just magically ended Austin's life, as they desperately try to frame this as anything other.
Yeah, guns, people don't kill people, guns kill people. Knives kill people. They're just act on their own, especially when you provoke somebody into taunting them into stabbing you. It's your fault for taunting them. Or no, you taunt them and it's their fault for responding to the taunt, yeah.
Then murder.
He had a knife. We don't know why he had a knife. He did not take the stand. This was a self-defense case. And what was in Carmelo Anthony's head was so important because if he subjectively believed that he was going to be killed or seriously bodily injured by Austin Metcalf, who is the victim now, then he had a right to take out a knife.
Saying Austin, who is the victim now, is insanely evil phrasing. He's the only victim, he's the only one not with us now because of what Carmelo Anthony admittedly did. It's the simplest of cases, unless your network is full of racists.
Then he had a right to take out a knife.
Ain't fucking self-defense, you retard. That is not self-defense. I'm gonna get a community strike on YouTube again. I'm streaming on YouTube. Yeah, that ain't self-defense. That's escalation of force. That's taunting somebody and provoking them. It's literally not self-defense.
Black man who has now been.
As much as I don't like Chud the Builder, because he was going around also kind of instigating shit, he did actually self-defend. He tried to de-escalate. He tried to escape and evade. He tried to, leave the situation. He was unable to leave the situation, therefore he had to defend himself.
Been charged with murder of a young.
He is sitting in jail without trial, or he'll eventually get a trial. Maybe he's already been a trial. I don't fucking know, but I'm not paying attention to that dude. But anyways, yeah, they fucking locked him up. Didn't let him leave. Didn't put him on probation or let him go to a school graduate. Obviously he's too old for that, but that's what they did with this stupid fucking Carmelo, whatever his name is. Let him go to his fucking prom. Could you imagine being one of the kids at that school, having to be there at prom with a murderer, somebody who literally just murdered your best friend? I'm surprised that dude didn't got himself during that situation. Honestly, if he would have been in my school, a lot of people would have taken great issue with what he had done.
white man. Anthony was in this tent. He was asked to leave. He was being confronted and in some ways intimidated, provoked by larger athletes, and he was fearful of his life, and he pulled out that knife.
If he was so fearful, why didn't he?
He was the one who approached them. He was the one causing shit. He could have just fucking left. Were they preventing him from leaving? I mean, we already know the answer to all this because he was found guilty of murder.
Simply leave the tent as requested. But no, they're just desperate to frame the murderer as the bigger victim. The only thing worse than CNN was Court TV.
Questioning the jury, I asked him, how did you reach your verdict? How did you reach it so quickly? What happened? It was a 4-inch knife. He used it one time. He was pushed. I'm not saying that it was right, but what are you doing? How did you get this verdict? I'm enraged right now. This is very upsetting.
Even stooping to defenses.
Oh, how the fuck is this at all upsetting? It's like that lady who's like, oh, what am I supposed to tell my 5 kids? My 5 sons at that, I think it was. How about you tell them don't commit a crime? And you won't pay the time, instead of telling them you can do whatever the fuck you want, and because you're black, they're gonna give you a slap on the wrist. It's called black privilege. Instead of teaching your kids that they have black fucking privilege, teach them they are equal, and they have the equal rights under the laws, which means they get the equal sentencing under the laws when they commit crimes. That's called equality, you dumb fuck. You don't get to be a superiority. You don't have your black superior, your Black Panther and all this stupid other bullshit that made black people have much more rights than anybody else because, oh, poor black people, they aren't responsible for their own actions. No, guess what? You are responsible for your actions like all the rest of us. You still get a slap on the wrist for half the shit because we are not equal as a country.
Previously only seen.
All that this does is breed more and more animosity. You want to talk about racism? This is what creates the racism. You dumb shits.
In racist memes.
My child has deep regret. My family has deep regret. He is a scholar. He has the opportunity to turn his life around. She needed to be talking about her son in the future to get them to see who he could be outside of this, and she was not prepped and ready for that.
Suggesting you can imprison my son, he's a future scholar, just proves you're willing to overlook murder based solely on race. We simply can't reason with this level of weapons-grade stupidity, but sadly, there's actually activists listening to this logic. After the guilty verdict, chanting "say his name" as if Carmelo was the victim.
See, the issue with common sense is that one person's common sense is another person's uncommon. It has to do with your culture, and this is why I'm always saying that some cultures simply are not compatible with each other. What my culture sees as common sense, another culture sees as asinine. That's why we are incompatible with each other. To them, to these people, this is common sense, that if you're a black person, you should just be allowed to stab at least one person and get away with it. That's just what you do, I guess. I don't understand it because it's not common sense to me. It makes no fucking sense to me. Because in my culture, common sense is that if you commit a crime, you do the time. That's what I was taught by my felon father. He taught me very well that if you want to do some shit, be prepared to pay the consequences. Otherwise, don't fucking do it. That is my culture's common sense. And common sense is not a universal thing. Like, take a look at Muslim countries. Why are Muslim countries not compatible with us? Because their common sense says that you are allowed to have sex with boys because underage children, because they aren't I don't fucking know. Because it's not common sense. It makes no fucking sense to me. I can't comprehend it. They, on the other hand, it's just common knowledge to them. It's part of their culture, and that's why their culture is not compatible.
And jumping around, attempting to antagonize the other side.
Remember the shit with the Native American guy, and he was like playing his drum, and then the white kids were just standing there, like smiling at him, and some were even like cheering along with him and chanting and shit, you know? They were just having a good time, and apparently that was racist for some reason. Meanwhile, they ignored the black Hebrew Israelites that were there actually taunting people. I'm so fucking sick of all this bullshit.
see that, but you're not gonna do with a man. That's weak.
Why would I do shit? You dumb fuck. Why are you trying to provoke people into doing shit? Again, common sense. This guy's common sense is that when somebody taunts you, you have to respond. And yet when you respond, they expect to get away with it scot-free as though they were not the instigator.
That's weak.
It's weak. I don't give a fuck if it's weak. I don't care what you think. I don't care what your perspective on it is. You're a retard. A bona fide fucking retard if you think that taunting somebody means that provoking a reaction from them means they have to react on it. This is why... Come on, try not to fucking glow. Why do black people have a higher rate of incarceration? Why do black people commit so many more crimes? Is it because the cops just go around and arrest them more for no fucking reason other than they're black? Or could it be because of shit like this? I wonder. Is it because of their culture, because their common sense says that when somebody taunts you, you have to respond twofold? Which is it? Nah, it's definitely just the police are racist against black people. Definitely has nothing about equal application of the law.
Now, luckily, this guy was eventually arrested.
Good.
But he wasn't the only one getting confrontational.
Anytime a white man or a white child can go and put their hands aggressively on anybody and...
No, you can't just say cool when somebody provokes you. You have to respond. You have to be violent because that's the only option. That's common sense in their culture. Otherwise, you're a pussy or whatever. It's like fucking sticks and stones, man. Why are you people so offended by fucking words? Grow a spine. For fuck's sake, man. Be a man. Have you never grown up? No, you never grew up because you never had a father figure to teach you how to grow up. Because your father figure followed in your footsteps. You're following your father's footsteps. I mean, doing the exact same shit. Get yourself thrown in prison for life. Congratulations, you're such a big man.
Something like this occur, it's self-defense. You put your hand on me and see how I respond.
Okay, here, let me touch you on the shoulder. Calm down. You're acting like your mother. Now how are you gonna respond, huh, bitch? You gonna assault me? Okay, I'm pressing charges. I'm not gonna assault you back because I'm a civilized human.
In what world would anybody think I was for putting violent murderers in prison until his angry supporters got in my face, basically suggesting something similar to me? If anything, it just proves how unfixable this perpetual victim mentality really is. As I already know, even covering this story as moderately as possible, I'm definitely going to receive death threats in my DMs by idiots that think they're anonymous, as some people are just seemingly evil.
What do you want us to do? What do you want us to do?
No, it wasn't the last dude who threatened me, but one of the last dudes who threatened me in my family's life. He was a bona fide fucking retard. I'm sure he had something wrong with him. I contacted the FBI for him because it was extremely fucking easy to find his information. He had a picture of himself as his profile picture. His name, when you Googled it, his screen name came up with his Facebook profile, amongst many, many other fucking websites that he used that same screen name on. Came up with his birth name, his entire fucking name, first, middle, and last, on multiple websites, not just the Facebook page. So, yeah, I contacted the FBI. 3 hours later, they called me for more information. I gave them every fucking bit of information they needed. And haven't heard from the dude again. I'm sure they gave him a knock on his door and asked him, what the fuck are you doing, buddy? You can't make valid, credible threats against somebody's life. Even on the internet. That shit don't fly.
This boy, what? I'm lost for words. I don't know what to do. I got 5 boys. I don't know what. I ain't got nothing.
What should I have done though, according to this culture? Should I have let him come to my house and then like fight him or something? Like, why would a dude fly halfway across the country after making death threats? Oh, but I don't know. I'm probably just a pussy for contacting the FBI instead of throwing blows with them or whatever. I don't fucking know.
To tell him no more. You can't walk away no more. this sport.
And
What? I'm lost for words. I don't know what to do. I got 5 boys. I don't know what. I ain't got nothing to tell them no more. You can't walk away no more.
Did you ever tell them anything? You can't walk away no mo. Who the fuck was walking away, you dumb retard? Carmelo certainly wasn't walking away. No, he's provoking the dude. So what are you gonna tell him? Oh, you can no longer just go around provoking people into a fight so that you can be the victim, so that you can collect some money from them after you sue them for damages or whatever. Are you fucking stupid? You tell them don't murder people. Don't murder somebody and you won't have to do 30 years in prison. And he's probably only going to do like fucking half of the 35, so like 17, so... Congratulations. Even that is a slap on the wrist compared to what he should have got.
Rest in peace, Trayvon Martin.
Now, obviously, the answer
Ah yes, rest in peace, Trayvon Martin. The dude who was just going to the store to get some Skittles and a soda. That stupid fucking narrative again, and he was killed by a white supremacist Mexican dude, whose name I don't even remember anymore, because none of that shit is worth remembering. Trayvon Martin ain't fucking worth remembering.
is just tell your kids not to commit murder. But in the sea of reasonable respect,
Like, if I remember correctly, the Trayvon Martin shit is that he assaulted him. He threw him on the ground and started bashing his head into the fucking concrete, and that's why he got shot. Why was Trayvon Martin on top of the dude who then shot him? How does that happen? You would almost think that if George Zimmerman, that's right, yes, Mr. Mexican Man. You would think that if it was just straight up murder, there never would have been anybody on the ground other than after when they got shot. Interesting. Who cares about facts?
Is how does she have 5 kids but isn't working on a Tuesday afternoon?
Because her kids don't have a father, so they're raised by the welfare system. That is how. It's a simple fucking answer to the question every single time.
As for several days, she's been out there proudly broadcasting her racism.
If evidence does come out that Carmelo was not in fact fighting for his life when he stabbed and killed Austin Metcalf, do you think that the black community will accept that?
So is that a bottle of liquor? They're just standing out here in the open, just fucking getting drunk in the day?
If evidence shows that he did not, no, we're gonna stand by ours regardless. They stand by theirs.
No, we don't. Again, it comes down to the culture and this common sense bullshit. Your common sense for your culture says that you have to stand behind your race regardless of what the fuck they did. Our culture says, we're not a monolith. We don't all agree with each other. Hell, I don't agree with half of the white people. Most of them are women because they vote Democrat because they are bleeding heart liberals who have suicidal empathy. I don't fucking agree with that. I think they're retarded. So no, I don't stand by them. Because again, we are not a monolith. Nobody is.
Once
Yet you
again,
people think you have to be.
You can't reason with this. Why
Whenever
wait?
somebody isn't, then you call them an Uncle Tom and other racist ass shit.
Waste your energy explaining that murder is evil when essentially her whole argument is bigotry. The problem being, the BLM riots proved she's not alone in this. Most people aren't even aware that this entire movement openly endorses black criminals, believing they're basically incapable of not committing murder. It's insanely racist to think this.
Racism of low expectations. I like to try to think that every person has the exact same capability. They obviously don't, but if they apply themselves, if you gave them the chance, if you didn't coddle them from birth, if you taught them properly from birth, I honestly believe that most people would be able to be decent humans, but instead these people are taught from birth to not be decent humans, and so they grow up to be pieces of shit. They don't have father figures to teach them how to be a proper man. They instead are raised by a 16-year-old gangbanger. It teaches them how to be a gangster, how to go around and murder, how to sell crack. Again,
But they somehow
our cultures are not equal. I do not agree with their culture. We are not compatible.
not only believe it, but crowdfund over $600,000 to a guy found guilty of murder, openly admitting they won't spend it on his defense, but other stuff for the family. Because being on trial for the murder you committed is injustice. It's
the way that I put that is I like how he's marked casino on his shirt because I liken it to somebody giving you $1 million and saying you have to go bet on craps or roulette or something. I would say roulette. And so they never said how much money you have to spend on the roulette, so let's go put $1 down on black. Fuck yeah. Keep all the rest of that money.
actually scary
That's
to think
essentially what they fucking did.
gay
That's what a lot of
family
these
can make
people do.
over $500,000 because some people see a black student stabbing a white student and
Yeah, as we cover all the time in these body cams, these are what these people see their life worth as, is an airbrush t-shirt, as a GoFundMe, as donations for their death. That is their value in life, because that is what they're taught their value in life is. Instead of being taught that they can work hard and make a living, they're taught that if you get assaulted by the police, if you get killed by the police, all you have to do is provoke the police into killing you. And then the family can get paid. That is your contribution to your family, is to be an airbrush t-shirt.
immediately rush to send him money. As simply put, one side wants to see justice, while the other is just openly racist, complaining about the racial makeup of the jury.
This is a racist country.
Then go back to Africa. I see that you have your little Africa fucking badge on. You a black nationalist. Go back to Africa then. Please, do us all a favor. We'd be far, far better without you people.
This state. This is a racist court. There ain't nothing else to talk about.
So you keep calling us racist, and okay, fine. I didn't want to be, but if you want me to be, then we can be. And you won't like it when we are.
A white boy been before
Yeah, Black Panther Party, of fucking course.
Tell us, white folks.
I've never seen somebody that was 50% titty. Wonder what dump truck looks like. Probably the same. Kirsha yesterday when she was watching this clip was like, God damn, I've never seen somebody with titties as big as my mom. God
The Black
damn.
Panthers weren't the only ones angry over this.
That a black boy was allowed not one
Nick Sills got molded into there.
soul on a jury.
Yeah, do you know why? Can you comprehend the reason why? Because they couldn't find an unbiased black man to be on the jury. Every single one of them said they would vote not guilty just because he's black. Every single fucking one of them was just like you, a monolith who just has to side with the black people. A fucking racist. That is why they couldn't find a black person for the jury, you dumb piece of shit. It's not because of racism on the jury's end. Because of the people that were prospected jurors that were the fucking racist. It's not the racist court. It's not a racist country. It's you. You are the fucking racist. This is what I hate the most. As I've said my entire life, everybody is racist to an extent. We all laugh at stereotypical jokes. We all say something every once in a while that could be deemed as racist. The most racist people are the ones who refuse to admit their racism. The ones who are blind to their own racism. Those are always the most racist people because they think their shit don't stink. They think they are justified. They think that their opinion is the majority, that everybody else is going to agree with them. Those are the most racist out of everybody. Because they're blind to it.
All white jury.
As yes, that does seem like a concern we should at least consider, until you read exactly why there were no black jurors. As many of the dismissed potential jurors stated they couldn't imagine putting a brother in jail, saying they can't make a decision about somebody so young, one mistake doesn't make you a bad person.
He fucking stabbed somebody in the heart. He is a horrible person. He deserves to be underneath the jail. He doesn't deserve to be in jail, I agree. He deserves to be under the jail. He's a waste of oxygen. We have a limited resource of oxygen. Eventually the trees are going to die and we're going to run out of oxygen because of stupid pieces of shit like this stealing it from us.
And I don't feel comfortable finding an African American male guilty of murder. as none of those jurors are able to give an unbiased judgment on the case, and reasonably should immediately be dismissed from the jury. But instead of blaming those individual jurors for their bias, they again blame racism. As plainly put, placing racists on the jury is their version of justice. As when a guy holds a sign showing Irina Zarutska, someone couldn't help but punch him.
I'm just holding a sign.
Again, common sense to them is that when somebody dare insult you with a picture of somebody who was actually murdered, you have to respond with violence. That's the only response. How dare you? That was a black man who murdered that woman. You're not allowed to bring that up. That's offensive to the black people. You should have just been allowed to do that. You know, you get one freebie, apparently.
There was absolutely no reason for that, other than to advertise you have zero self-control, and nobody will be surprised when you too are tried for a violent crime. But then insanely admitting they wish Carmelo killed Austin's twin brother as well.
There's that dumb piece of shit that was being put in the back of a cop car.
It's sad to see society slip this far, where we'd like to hear what the other side has to say, but literally nothing can be gained listening to anybody who not only wants to free someone guilty of murder based solely on race, but wishes they murdered more innocent kids.
You know, when it comes down to it, this is all just culture and Marxism. All of this, the reason why these people are Black Panthers, the reason why they think a black person should be allowed to kill a white person at least one time, I guess, and get away with it, or whatever the fuck they think. I blame communism. 100% cultural Marxism at work. Subversion. It's all a psyop. These people are fucking psyoped from birth in order to hate their own country because of communism. It's literally them trying to bring down our country through this bullshit. That's why they changed the definition of words like racism. Racism no longer means fucking racism as we all understand it, hating another race simply because of their race, immutable characteristics. No. To them, racism is prejudice plus power, and even if you are a multi-billionaire black person, you apparently have no power. That's why you're able to be racist against white people. And white people are always racist. It's because you can't, according to them, according to their culture, their common sense. It's not racism if it's towards a white person, because they're the ones in power, even though somebody like me, born without a fucking penny to their name to a single father who is disabled on welfare, I have far more power than somebody like, say, Will Smith or Morgan Freeman, just simply because of the color of my skin. And they're so fucking psyoped with cultural Marxism, they do not see that in and of itself is racist.
Based solely on race. So if you appreciate my concise, sometimes lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've earned your subscription and you'll subscribe to Decoy.
Well, I'm fucking mad. That was a horrible way to start the day.
Everyone, and welcome to another question of the week. What were the small arms used by the Federation and Zeon? Now, I got asked this question a long time ago, so unfortunately,
Gundam nerd
I
shit.
did forget who asked it. But I did always
Was that a Black Tri-Stars fucking real grade? Yeah, that's fucking Black Tri-Stars. Interesting. I think that's Black Tri-Stars. I can't really read the box. Yeah, Black Tri-Stars Zaku. Fuck yeah, I didn't even know they made a real grade for that.
I did forget who asked it, but I did always keep it in the back of my mind because I thought it would make for a really interesting video if I was able to find more information about it. And now I have so much information on their small arms that I'm actually turning it into 2 videos.
Damn.
One on Zeon small arms and then one on Federation and civilian small arms.
Fuck the Feddies. Sig Zeon.
So let's jump straight in with Zeon's main weapon.
I just love the comparison of Gundam to real life. It's like, man, fuck the Feds. Sig Zeon.
Taiga 70R submachine gun, sometimes also spelled as Taiga. which is one of the katakana spellings for tiger that you can also find in Japanese. So it could also be the Tiger 70R submachine gun.
I mean, yeah, Tora means tiger. Taiga is to like tiger. Well, a Tiga. Yeah, what the fuck is a Tiga? Maybe that's the German way of pronouncing it. I don't know, this guy would know. I think he's like Dutch.
Spelling that was in the newest source was Taiga, so that is what I'll be using for the rest of this video. And the name isn't the only interesting thing about this gun. The barrel has a shock absorber to make the recoil less heavy.
What?
And when you think about Zeon as like a space colony nation, it does make sense because their design philosophy is of course all centered around making guns as like practical as possible in space. So two of the main things that they were focusing on were one, being able to use these things while wearing a spacesuit, and two, making the recoil as low as possible because of course...
Why don't they shoot laser weapons? Why are you shooting ballistic weapons in space for one? You're not going to be able to fire those in like the vacuum of space, I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly, you can't use conventional... That's why we like invented the gyrojet. Because the gyrojet has propulsion on the round and therefore it is literally like a rocket flying. Or the projectile has the propulsion on it, so it's able to be used in space. Whereas conventional ballistical firearm would... I don't know if it would even combust in space. I'm unfamiliar with that, but why not just use a laser weapon? Because lasers don't have recoil.
They were thinking about shooting these in like low gravity situations or zero.
Self-contained pressurized round according to Gundam lore. Yeah, I'm sure they figure something out. It's kind of like how there is no sound in space and yet you can hear battle in space in Gundam because the... Time to go deep into some fucking Gundam lore. Within the cockpit of any Gundam or Zaku or any mobile suit, they are playing sounds based on what is perceived on the cameras of the mobile suit. And so the mobile suit sees an explosion, it plays the sound of an explosion based on how far away it is and how quickly sound should travel, when in reality there's like 1 atom per cubic meter in space. And so sound essentially just does not fucking travel at all.
Zero gravity
We
situation.
doing Irish racism next? If I have a video on it somewhere, sure. Go look at some houses getting burned down and immigrants being pulled out of their houses and forcefully deported.
The problem with this is that, of course, you get extra moving parts, and then there's also the problem
Biggest problem is if the weapon will cycle correctly in zero gravity. Perhaps that's what the recoil spring thing right there is for, is to help it cycle. I wouldn't know.
Where those moving
I'm
parts...
unfamiliar with space technology because I've never been to space and I've never had to develop anything for space. I don't work for NASA or SpaceX. Speaking of SpaceX, that shit goes public in 2 days. Their IPO, if you want to buy some stock, that it's not financial advice, but it's $135 per share.
...are located.
What's a Gundam? I'm just going to ignore that question.
As long as you're gripping onto the magazine...
Because if I had to explain what a Gundam was, man, this stream would probably be 10 hours long.
No problem. But as soon as you start, like, firing the gun and it's...
Also, that's a Zaku, boy. A Zaku.
...slips down a bit, or your hand naturally moves up a bit... That's where that recoil absorption mechanism is, so that's potentially gonna hurt quite a bit, or it's gonna catch your spacesuit, which is also not great. To aim then, it has what has been described as a unique sensor.
Looks like a World War I German. Yeah, Sig Zeon.
Which is definitely an apt description for this thing, because I have no idea how I would have to use this. We also don't know which rounds that this thing fires, but we do know that they're the same rounds as their main ground forces rifle. This gun is
there's no way that looks like an MP43. No siree, that's definitely not based on an MP43.
Known as Zeon's assault rifle, and its design
or
feels
STG,
very
that's right,
reminiscent
44.
of medieval Germany's STG-44. Because the rifle was meant for use
Could have
on
just
Earth,
waited 5
space
seconds for him
features
to
like
say
the shock
it.
absorber were omitted, making the gun a lot easier
I
and
hate
cheaper
guns
to
that have
produce.
numbers.
It also looks a lot more like a gun you would actually find like in real life. Just don't go looking for this thing in the OG anime, because this was a much later addition to Zeon's arsenal. And just to make sure, but I mean that in the real life sense. This gun was used during the 1 Year War, but it was designed like way after the OG anime was made.
It was retconned.
What you will find in the anime is Zeon's sniper rifle, another very distinct looking gun that was meant to be used in space, and that's probably also why the sniper scope looks the way it is.
What about the lefties, man? Like fucking 17% of the population's left-handed, and some of us have lost our right eye and can't see, so how are we supposed to shoot that shit, man?
Another design that was meant to be as usable as possible with a spacesuit on. Also, the scope does all of the calculations for distance and whatnot. Or, if you don't like your sniper rifles to have a scope, you can also use it without, just like Char did in the anime. Next up is Zeon's recoilless rifle, which takes the shock absorber design even further. Rather than just the barrel, it is now the entire upper receiver that moves backwards. This is definitely not going to make it easier to aim, but at the very least, there is now something.
I would not want to shoot this thing, man. You ever seen the videos of like the people who just have no eye relief between their eye and the scope, and so when they fire, the scope just gives them a pirate eye? I would imagine that would be a very common thing with this gun, because it literally has like iron sights on it. You can see back there, and there's like the blade, and there's the rear side. Yeah, a lot of people would be just fucking getting hit in the face with this fucking thing.
Something protecting your left hand. For close combat then, Zeon forces could choose between—
And Z-Gundam, a G11 inspired weapon, is made, of fucking course it is. Have you seen Forgotten Weapons video on that shit? I think it was him, and he like disassembled it, and he was like, okay, I am not going any further because the internal mechanism is like a fucking antique clock or a pocket watch. It's like, well, how the fuck was this designed and why?
Between two weapons. This more obscure submachine gun, simply known as the Close Combat Submachine Gun, or the more well-known Close Combat Rifle. It is described as being about the size of a carbine, or like a larger submachine gun, and would mainly be used in ground combat. It also very much looks like an MP40. A potential development of this gun then was the Smartza MP71, a machine pistol with a receiver assembly that was very similar to that of the Close Combat Rifle. And the MP71 in turn might have inspired the submachine gun that was used by Zeon Special Forces.
It's like a clunky ass MP5.
This gun appears to be a shortened version and uses the same 9mm parabellum rounds as Zeon's pistols. And here's the fun thing, by the time the OG Gundam takes place, these were considered, well, the 9mm parabellum rounds were—
Hold on, why does that only have two positions? Why is it just safe and fire? Please tell me fire is just full auto.
Takes place, these were considered, well, the 9mm parabellum rounds were considered as antiques from a bygone era, but—
You know, one of my dream guns is one of the stupidest things in the fucking world, but it's the suitcase MP5, like with the suitcase. That shit is fucking baller. I was going to buy one for a, what is it, like 112 scale figures. I forget who it is that makes them, but they make like the girls with the guns. So your anime girls are like just strapped to the teeth, and they make one that was like a suitcase MP5.
I would
can
say
just 3D print one,
if
though.
they work, they work. I doubt anyone being shot with a 9mm in like Universal Century is gonna be like, huh, thank God they only shot me with an antique round. Just imagine if it had been a more modern round, like that would have been a problem. Also, the gun has a 36 round double stack magazine.
Fuck yeah.
One of Zeon's pistols then, confirmed to be using that 9mm round, is the Navon or Navon.
A Nanbu. I see what they're going with that.
I've seen both spellings in different sources, but Nabon seems to be the more common one. Now,
Dream Guns Waller WA2000 never leave the wall. I mean, there's that one. I believe it's on Gunbroker right now. I don't know how much it's going for, but I know that the picture of the one that Don is always sharing from his old store, I think he said it was like 200,000 to $250,000 is what it sold for. Yes, a fucking $250,000 for that gun. So good luck, buddy.
If we're gonna consider 9mm Parabellum as an antique, then this gun might as well.
Also, another suitcase dream gun, because in Hitman Blood Money, that's where I started loving the WA2000. It was the suitcase if you chose to take the WA2000 in your loadout, you spawned with a suitcase, so you could just carry that shit anywhere, go up into a sniper tower, and assemble the gun. And when you're done, disassemble it and pack it back up in the suitcase, take it with you, like nothing ever happened. Man, I fucking love Blood Money. That was a great game.
Be considered a dinosaur. It was Xeon's first service pistol, and they decided to design it with a toggle action.
Yeah, just stab a kid in the heart and start a GoFundMe. $250,000 coming right up.
In the looks department, it is very obvious what they were going for. It's a Space Luger, but here's the thing. Toggle action pistols pretty much stopped being made in the 30s, and that's the 1930s, not the UC 30s. After this one though, they decided to go with a much more modern looking pistol, the Walta P08M. Optional attachments for this gun include a silencer and also
Mr. I forget your name because I haven't watched your channel in so fucking long. Pretty sure they were going for Nambu. Like, yeah, obviously the slide mechanism based on the Luger, but by the name of the gun, I'm pretty sure they intended on it being a Nambu.
A drum magazine to turn it into a makeshift submachine gun. And here, it's not just the gun itself that's inspired by real life, but also like the switch to a different gun. The Walther P08M looks like it's primarily inspired by the Walther P38, with some elements.
That one right there, that's my shit. I had that as an not airsoft BB. Yeah, I had that as a BB gun as a kid.
Taken from the earlier Walther Model 4. And just like the Walther was Xeon's replacement for the Space Luger, the Walther was medieval Germany's replacement for the Luger. Later still, Neo Xeon would adopt the small form factor Marida HSB. After the 1 Year War, there was like a trend within the Federation to go for ever smaller handguns, and Neo Xeon decided to follow suit. Back to the 1 Year War then, for one of Xeon's most famous sidearms, the laser handgun. Now, despite being prominently featured and being a—
What in the actual fuck, man? It's how? Why? You're not drawing that from a fucking holster.
Very famous weapon, it might surprise you that we don't actually know that much about it. It seems to be exclusively for like Xeon's high-ranking officers,
Why?
The zombies themselves,
It's fucking
and
retarded.
rather than bullets, it fires lasers, which is like one of the—
Why the fuck does it have such a long barrel then? This is the Japanese people not knowing shit about guns.
only, or like the—
It's for close range distance shooting, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much every single fucking time it was used like this.
only handheld weapon.
That was the only time this bitch, I forget her name, only time she ever uses a gun is pretty much when she's executing somebody point blank.
That can do this in the Universal Century, so I would have loved to have some more information on this thing, and especially about its shortcomings, because it's like the only laser weapon we see in Gundam, like for personnel purposes. So why wasn't this more widely used? Like, were there overheating problems? Was it expensive to produce? Or was it something else entirely? Another one of Xeon's strange weapons then was their bazooka. Now, By itself, it wasn't that weird for an anime weapon, especially not for an anime weapon from the 70s. And the scope...
I am fairly certain this is the magazine, if I remember correctly, of a model kit that I built. I think that's the magazine that holds like multiple rockets.
Is probably, again, the way it is, to make it easier to use with a spacesuit on. But here's the thing. Its design is exactly the same as the giant...
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, that I fucking built one for Zaku one time.
Bazooka used by the Dawn, and unfortunately, we don't have any official confirmation about which one came first. Was the bazooka inspired by the giant bazooka, or was the giant bazooka inspired by the normal bazooka? Also, in the original anime, and even in the compilation movies, this thing is shown as firing a beam. But in like later video game cutscenes, like this one, this beam would be replaced by a rocket, which sounds a lot more likely. More heavy firepower then came in the form of this recoilless rifle. It was developed late into the war and was considered to be an excellent piece of kit. It was praised for being accurate and would continue to be used after the war. Also, don't confuse it with the other recoilless rifle that we talked about earlier in the video. In Japanese, the names are slightly different.
I literally just threw the word rifle in the middle of recoilless rifle. Mohando ho, recoilless rifle. Mohando, without the ho, rifle, recoilless rifle.
But they both translate to recoilless
Is this
rifle.
Ian for anime? He normally just covers like mobile suit shit. What I usually watch him for is news. He covers like all Gundam news whenever new kits and shit are coming out. But then he also like makes really good videos about like the history of mobile suits. Like here is the Gundam Air Master development history. The Zamel and Mercer and Canon development history. Tanks and Gundam, like the gun tank. I've been watching this dude for probably like 15 years at this point. This dude's been making videos forever.
Could call this one the recoilless gun instead. Next up, we
Speaking
have
of people from back then, whatever happened to Henry? Was it 2988? I don't remember what the fucking numbers were after his name. Yeah, 8259. Thank you. This guy, he posted 2 weeks ago? Jesus Christ. Okay then.
Mazda MG74, which was no doubt both styled and named after a development of Germany's famous MG42. The Austrian MG74.
I thought that's just an airsoft rifle. I would love to have these things as airsoft rifles.
Or
thank you for the follow, Calabra 710. Or do the Star Wars shit where you take the real world thing that looks like it and convert it with a parts kit. And just a bunch of plastic on it and make it actually look like the shit from the anime. That'd be dope.
Name is literally identical.
This one you would not have to modify very much at all. Just move the sights back a little bit and that's about it.
And just like its real-life counterpart, it was a general-purpose machine gun that could be used by infantry troops as is, or a slightly modified version could be mounted on the Wappa. This version uses a shorter barrel without the bipod, and it also doesn't have the buttstock. But I do want to point one thing out. It is mostly on like the modern reinterpretation of the Wappa that we see the MG74 mounted. Examples of this are in MS Igloo, Requiem for Vengeance, and the...
my old screen name comes from Requiem for Vengeance, the Jormungand. Also, I really love the anime Jormungand, but for a long time, even still to this day, I use Jormungand as a lot of my screen names because there was a giant fucking space laser weapon called the Jormungand.
You see hardgraph model kits. If you look at the OG anime, you'll see that the Wappas are using a much simpler machine gun, which also still sometimes appears in modern depictions of the Wappa. So you're gonna have to make a choice here for your own headcanon. Either both of these guns are MG74s, it's just a very different artistic interpretation of the gun, or...
I say no, I say that is not one because of the drum mag and just the receiver is quite different.
You could just choose which gun you want to mount on your Wappa.
I think it was Polo Wildersek.
The MG74, and the other one is an unnamed machine gun. Another classic then...
Here we go, I was hoping he'd get to this shit.
Was this pump-action shotgun, simply known as Shotgun. It's based on a civilian model and would mainly be used by Zeon Special Forces, like the Cyclops team.
And now I can see why the feds were going after Zeon. It wasn't any of their war crimes or anything. It was because they sawed off their shotgun, and they didn't go through the Federation for permission.
Caliber isn't explicitly
What are we looking at? Is that Gundam weapons? Fuck yes it is.
mentioned, but it is, like, given as large caliber.
Why? Why would you do that? What the fuck? Would you not shoot at the person who just murdered 2 of your friends? Instead, here, let me toss this shotgun to some random ass kid. Throw my life away.
A Remington Model
He shot my space
on the
dog.
outside, but a KS-23 on the inside. Here's Bernie firing it. And finally...
That's the best Christmas movie ever. If you haven't seen that, it's a Gundam War in the Pocket, and it takes place during Christmas time, therefore it is a Christmas movie. I watch it pretty much every single Christmas.
we get to Zeon's hand grenades, and unfortunately, there's not
New anime coming out in July looks pretty good. I'm not familiar with that. I know they're coming out with a game sometime, because it was at the Summer Games Fest.
Too much to say about them. Like, I think these are gonna look very familiar because basically they're identical to 2 of the most famous 20th century American grenades. This is just a Mark II pineapple grenade, and this is just an M67 baseball grenade. And there's a good chance that the M67 grenade...
the new Hathaway movie, if that's what you're talking about. Summer anime season. So it's actually just like an actual seasonal anime. Yeah, I don't know that I've heard of that, but the Hathaway movie, man, I've been waiting for that shit forever. I hope it's the 3-parter that they promised, but at the same time they promised that Hathaway was going to be a 3-part movie series, they also said they were going to finish up the origin story. And from the rumors that I heard of people that are closely related to Gundam, it was going to be the origin of Amuro, since they covered the origin of Char. I really would have liked to see, like, more details of how Amuro got into where the situation that he was in. That would have been pretty fucking cool.
Is like literally identical because 1, it was made for ground combat, and 2, there are no changes listed. Like, at least for the Mark II, they speculate that some modifications were made to make it more effective in...
Level 999 Villager looks awesome. I haven't watched anime pretty much all season. I've watched maybe 5 episodes from this entire season of anime. I've been far too fucking busy.
Space, so I guess we can call it the Mark II's Space Pineapple. Later on though, we would see some grenade developments. But UC 0090's, this triple grenade launcher was developed that could be attached to the belt of a Neo Zeon soldier. And
What
they
the
also...
fuck? I would not want to have that shit on my belt. Does it just launch from the belt? Is it like the mobile suit fucking side-mounted rockets? No, thank you. That would kind of burn.
Note here that these are not rockets, they're grenades.
If you never watched Gundam, it is one of the best anime ever made. If you have to start one, start with Origin. I would say not the TV cut one, but the like actual OVA Origin. I think that's the 6-part one as opposed to the 12-part one.
Has been all for Zeon small arms, including a few Neo Zeon ones. So join.
The anime was my too much filler, no real content. Somebody gave me a suggestion for one that was, I believe, either made by the same artist or the same writer as Fullmetal Alchemist. So I might watch that one. That's about the only new anime from the last season. Otherwise, just like season, like new seasons of past anime. They're about all that I was watching.
I mean, next time, as we talk about the Federation small arms, including some weapons.
I mean, that's clearly a fucking M16 right there.
For the civilian market.
Because of
and
course,
if you have a question you want to answer in a future question of the week video, you can leave that down below.
Zeon's got all the German and Japanese weapons. The Fetty's got all the American and British weapons. Look what old Henry's up to. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He hadn't posted in 4 fucking years, and then he just picked it up 4 months ago again. Interesting. My man. Wonder how my old... I know this dude ain't fucking posting anymore. Nine years ago. Has it really been that long, man? 6 years ago was the last time he posted. I used to be really good friends with this dude. I've got quite a lot of shit on my shelf that I got from him. Straight from Japan. No, that's not what I wanted. I can't watch History Channel on here. Thought he looked promising, but turned gay and slow. Hey, look, I'm streaming on YouTube. I have to remember not to slur too much. Or compare people to animals. I also can't watch police activity on stream. Can't watch History Channel on stream. Why do I have so many of these fucking tabs on this window? Ah, that looks like it's a shooting. Okay, well, I'm out of body cams. Did we watch that gay legal mindset video? Did we watch this dude get executed? Rightfully so, mind you.
Listen, you called me for help.
Oh, you're gonna play that?
Stop.
I feel like I missed too much at this point. It's never too late to watch Gundam. There are spin-off series like Gundam 00, which is my favorite. It's 2 seasons. It's like 50 episodes. Not too bad. And the movie's alright. Kind of just makes me want a 3rd season of Gundam, to be honest. Gundam 00. And then, you have Universal Century, which goes back to, was it like 1979? When it was first aired, so it was pretty fucking old, but there's been a lot of remasters of it over the years. So it's not bad. Again, I would say if you want to get into UC, start with Gundam The Origin, and you will learn to love Char.
Is there anything
Sig Zeon, become one of us. Fuck the feds.
on you?
Unrecovered. Over on the other side. Unrecovered. You're drug dealing crap. You're unrecovered.
Whoa,
It's 5
here's
p.m.
crazy
at a
lady.
Walmart in Westerville, Ohio, where one 911 caller is about to find herself off the phone and into handcuffs.
What's going on? What's going on?
I also technically can't react to this channel because Law and Crime also fucking hates people that react to content, but you know what? Fuck you, Law and Crime. It's called fair use. They should remake / continue Hunter x Hunter. Yes, let's remake it for the 3rd time. Hopefully they get it right this time. I couldn't finish it, man. I got up to like the very ending. I was maybe like 20 episodes left. I'm just like, it's been going on for so fucking long. When are you gonna get to the fucking point, man? Like, I know the story is great, the manga is amazing, but Jesus Christ, so many filler episodes. Why did they have to stretch it on for so long?
92, are you still on the phone with the manager? Email?
It was also just really weird, like Hisoka, mainly. The clown guy. That dude was a fucking creep. Why? Why would you even create a character like that?
I like it. Okay, you called the cops, I'm here. What's going on?
Come on. These people slapped me. I don't care who does dope. I don't like it.
Okay, so what is going on? That's what I'm asking you.
These people here, he does
Okay,
dope.
can you
Don't
start? Okay, listen. You called me for help.
Officers identify the suspect seen here as 36-year-old Mary Higgins, who allegedly called 911 after a store manager called police on her for refusing to leave the store.
Oh, you're gonna play that?
What?
You can tell in those eyes she's mentally retarded. There's something not correct in those eyes.
What is going on? That's what I'm asking.
She's accusing other people of drugs. Ma'am, you should look in the mirror, because you either are not on the right drugs or you've taken far too many of them.
I just didn't want to be in the corner, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is to step out of the door.
Yeah? You wanna play?
Listen.
You wanna play?
I'm not messing with you. I'm asking you what's going on.
Do you wanna be drug tested?
Okay. Stop. Stop. Stop! Officer, step it up. Stop! 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 Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Stop! 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 Stop!
Mother...
Stop!
Try me!
Stop!
Try!
Stop!
Try me!
Stop!
Try me!
This bitch is married. How? Who the fuck is putting up with this lady? God, please no. Can we? I'm just gonna skip past the fucking giant belly right in my face.
Pull your hand out.
Please get that belly back in the shirt. I'm trying to enjoy my coffee.
Yes, you guys are heroin addicts and drug dealers. Stop! That's all you are.
I wasn't quite certain I saw like injection marks on her stomach from probably Ozempic if I had to guess. I highly doubt she is like actual diabetes. Has to take the insulin. I'm pretty sure she's just on the Ozempic, and that's where those injection marks were from.
You are under arrest!
Come on. Try me. I have you in jail tonight. What on the ball? Can't look at with her. No.
Get stop! I think it's quick.
I got you. What? Stop!
Not.
Try me.
We're in the main entrance. You gotta go.
I'm gonna break these cuffs.
You said drug addicts undercover.
Stop. Is there anything on you we should know about?
Undercover.
Is there anything that's gonna hurt us, poke us, stick us on you?
Oh, no.
Any weapons?
No.
Next, officers try to get Mary off the ground and out of the store.
Good luck.
When it becomes clear, this loiterer has no intention of leaving.
Hey, you're gonna need a couple dudes to pick this one up.
Give us more problems.
That's how it instantly started.
Fuck you too.
Random ass passerby. Fuck you too, passerby.
Stop! 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 Go get a hobble! Go get a hobble!
Go get the wrap.
No.
Weapons, stop! Resisting. Relax.
I would like to see a 2-wrapper, but I think that's impossible. Because the wrap is pretty big. Let me show you this land whale. Is this, it's still on my channel? I don't think it is. I think I removed most of my body cam reactions. Yeah. I have a giant fucking lady getting wrapped on hot shorts. Nope. No, this one. Yes. This was the biggest fucking land whale I've ever seen get wrapped. Look at that thing. I have no idea how they got that wrap on her. And then she was saying, just let me walk home. That honestly would have been a decent punishment to tell this thing to walk home.
Alright.
That's a big old bitch. Fucking horrible.
I got motherfucking hands. I don't need you, judge. Helped her out. Helped you out. And he's just a... that's good. I don't like it like that. Stop!
1 in 4.
No, he's gotta go. Yeah.
I wonder why people like redact audio like that. Like, what did she say that had to be redacted? She just dropped some slurs.
Stop! Stop! What you done? Okay. Oh, yeah. You ready? Roll your other side.
On her right side. Alright, we'll do it for you then.
Everybody.
Sit up.
What did you say?
Stay like this.
Oh, God, you I'll rip you apart.
Stand her up, take her out to the car. 1, 2, 3. Alright.
Yeah, stand her up now. Let's make her hop to the car.
Drug dealers? They're all drug dealers.
Got her legs? Yep.
Got my... Drug dealers?
You, her ass is exposed. You're pulling her ass out of her pants.
You all drug dealers. Car 12, that's mine.
What is this tattoo? I've seen Wonder Woman. Okay.
You run. Don't try me.
Yep.
You. I tried to help her. Go ahead.
Do that bump, undo that bump. Is that her phone?
Yeah, it's all. Over on the other side. Undercovers. You're drug dealing crap. You're all undercovers. You don't know shit up. Let's just Okay. I don't think so.
I like how they, I don't know if it's just the clanker or if these people did it or if the police department did it, but this lady cop's face is redacted for some reason.
Okay, so the reason I grabbed her was because...
Need a medic.
No.
Does she need it? A medic.
She probably does. Her
She needs a psychologist. She needs to be thrown in the loony bin.
eyes are
I don't
like
think a medic's gonna do shit
twitching.
for her.
So she came up to me and was like instantly, like, you want to fuck around? I was like, I just wanted her to move out of the corner. And I was like, just move over here. And I was like, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. But she was like, you want to go? You want to go? So I'm like, nope, I'm not going to wait to get hit in the face. Okay.
Another officer arrives with some questions for Mary, but she doesn't exactly clear up the situation.
Hello.
Hello.
My name's Sergeant Jackson.
Hi, Sergeant Jackson.
So, walk me through your interaction with my officer today. Kind of explain what happened.
Batshit insane.
What would you like?
Let's start from the beginning. When my officer got on scene, what happened?
Oh, I took my girlfriend in to get a couple of things so we could feed everybody
Okay.
and get everybody well. Okay.
To get everybody what? I'm sorry.
Well.
Okay.
Well.
Not feeling well, then I take.
Ah, yes, I would really like to have a crazy person make me feel well. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Because you are a prime example of wellness.
Big murder.
Look at that fucking belly. Literally hanging over like 6 inches of her pants.
Okay.
I had them all well, though.
You had them all well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because nobody wanted to ask.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't want to ask if you're doing well because it's clear that you fucking aren't. We don't want to interact with you because you're obviously crazy.
I'm concerned about the interaction that you had with my officer, though. So kind of talk to me once the officer got there and you were talking to her. What happened?
Like, if you see somebody who's been shot, you don't go up to them and say, "Are you doing okay, buddy?" Nah, you fucking give them the treatment that you need, and that's what these officers are doing, is giving you the treatment that you fucking need. Unfortunately, we don't have loony bins anymore.
Is there a reason why you were fighting with my officer?
Burger-sized blobfish. Yeah, it reminds me of those fish that you pull up from, like, deep, deep ocean, and then because the pressure change, they don't have as much, like, water pressure on them, they just fucking expand. That's what her belly is.
No, I'm asking you why it took 4 of them to get you restrained.
I'm asking you that.
Well, no, like, why did they have to restrain you in the first place? First of all, you know why?
I don't care.
Clearly.
Okay. So basically, what I'm getting now is you don't want to talk to me about your interaction with my officer.
Why?
Well, because that's my job to investigate the use of force and what came to that. You know what I mean? I want to know why you and my officers had to fight. You what? I'm sorry? Alright. Well, I'll just take that as you don't want to talk to me then, okay? Alright.
What was that? I don't fucking know, man.
Moments later, one officer
don't think it was
heads into the
English.
store where we hear some more details on what led up to this incident.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi. Hi. Okay. Oh, they were just asking if you would.
Boomhauer? I can actually understand Boomhauer. This lady is not Boomhauer.
Trespassing on her keys because she came in here, she was at the service desk, and she was telling staff there that she was about to...
Man, it is dark as fuck in this room. How do you guys do your job as security? How are you able to see anything in here?
...get jumped. So he came over and she said, "You're the one who's going to jump me." And started acting irate, so he told her she needed to leave. She was refusing to leave. That's when he called us.
Gotcha.
So he asked her to leave multiple times and she was refusing.
Employees said Mary was telling staff she was going to get, quote, jumped before refusing to leave. A review of surveillance footage also allegedly showed a
Who is gonna jump you and
police
why?
believe was involved in the incident. And that man is right here.
91 that was
Oh, okay, maybe now I understand.
still out here. He's associated.
That's probably her baby daddy, if I had to guess. He looks like the kind of person who would be into that sort of land whale.
Yeah. So he was about to jump on me in Bogans. He kept saying, "Stop hitting her, stop hitting her."
This guy? In the gray?
Police say the man was yelling at officers to, quote, stop hitting Mary during the scuffle.
They didn't
Seconds
hit her.
later, officers
I didn't see a
approached the
single
bystander.
strike.
Let's see what he has to say.
Actually, no, I did see a single strike. It was from the fat lady hitting the officer, but the officers didn't hit the lady one bit.
Okay. Because...
You got some ID, boss? Yeah. Do you have any weapons on you? Hey, do you have any weapons on you? No?
Face tattoos, or you just got like meth scabs on your face?
Your hands back behind your back. You're not under arrest right now, but I just want to make sure you don't have any hands.
What the fuck is up with his face? Maybe it's just like acne scars?
Spread your legs apart. A little bit wider, please.
I'm waiting on the ride. I ain't nowhere with her.
Who for the ride?
My brother. I
Cool. They're both retarded. They were a match made in heaven.
just called her. I ain't nowhere with her. I'm innocent. I ain't nowhere with her. I swear to God I ain't. I ain't come in with her. Y'all can look at the camera and all.
Then why were you trying to defend her? You just saw a lovely fat white woman and you're like, man, that's my shit. I gotta defend her. I stand up for this bitch. I'm gonna get some tonight.
I'm waiting on the ride.
The cameras. That's why we're out here.
Nah, I ain't come in with her.
All right, do you have some ID on you, bud? You don't have a driver's license or anything?
Not on me.
Not on you? All right, I'm going to have you have a seat right over here to your right on that little stoop. Just have a seat right there.
Sit down in this puddle of water. Thank you.
Just keep your hands on your knees.
We all got our
please.
notebooks out.
No, thank you.
All right, sir, what's your first name?
The man tells police his name
Hey,
is
you need a ride? We'll take you to jail, no problem.
Douglas, but that story
Mr. Save-A-Hog.
It's Jamar, right? Are you sure?
Would this be a black knight? You know, like if he, like somebody who stands up for weapons quite often seen as a white knight, would this dude be the black knight then?
But you told me it was Jamar a few minutes ago.
He shakes his head, no, I didn't.
Been arrested before? For what, man? Okay.
And
Robbery and
Wow, robbery.
B&E? Okay.
He can't abandon her until there's a kid.
When was the last time that you were arrested?
2 weeks ago? 6 months.
What was
Okay,
that
pretty
for?
good.
Was that for one of those two, or is it something different? Parole? Are you on parole right now? Okay. Do you know who your parole officer is?
Is it a condition of your parole to not have any contact with police officers? If so, why the fuck did you do what you did? Why did you just stand around and wait for the cops to, like, come and talk to you? Why didn't you get the fuck out of there? Oh, it's because you're stupid. Clearly.
Okay. Is that through Franklin County? Okay. All right.
I ain't do nothing though. Y'all just
If you didn't do nothing, then why did you not, like, leave? Why did you interject yourself into this situation? I could almost guarantee you it is a condition of your parole to not have contact with the police. Congratulations, dumbass. You're going back to prison over some fat white lady that you don't even know.
stop me for nothing.
No, we didn't stop you not for nothing, because we believed you were related to what's going on here.
I want with her.
That's why we stopped you. That's why we're trying to figure out what's going on.
I want with her. I promise I want. I'm waiting for my family. I can call them right now. They about to pick me up in like another 20 minutes. I ain't had nothing to do with that situation.
Okay.
I swear to God I did. Y'all just stopped me because I was in front of the store. I ain't had nothing to do with her. I swear to God I did.
All right, go ahead and stand up.
Stand up, man.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Hey, I'm honestly surprised he didn't run. There's still time. He gets 3 somewhat hots in a cot. Hey, don't forget the free gay butt sex.
Yeah. So, hey, your name is Jamar, and you lied to us. So that's concerning. Have a seat real quick.
If I say that someone over there
Watch your step.
aren't verified yet?
He lied to you because he knows he's not supposed to have contact with the police. I could guarantee you.
So, why'd you lie to me?
Because I ain't want to get in trouble, boss.
All right, I understand that, but we're just trying to figure out what's going on. So that concern. Hey, look, Jamar.
That's it. He wanted the goo. Yeah, he needs to go to jail so he can steal the goo.
Had nothing to do with this.
Okay, but when you lie to me and you're not being truthful
He can smuggle the goo out in his prison pocket.
about your identity, that's why you're sitting in handcuffs right now, because you failed to identify. You're lying to me.
But I ain't had nothing bad.
I know a black dude from NYC. By the time he was 19, he already had 9 kids with 8 different girls. He said he wanted to be like his dad, who had 41 kids. That is the problem with it. We're headed towards idiocracy. It's exactly as Mike Judd put it in that movie. The smart people wait to have kids. Wait until they are financially responsible enough to have kids. And they don't have very many of them. And then you have these fucking retards that don't give a shit about any of that because they know the government's gonna raise them and pay for them. They can just fucking abandon them. And they have all the kids in the world and they outbreed all the smart people and the smart people go extinct and the entire fucking world becomes retarded. It is an inevitability.
At the end of the day, I ain't had nothing to do with this.
Officers identify the man as 37-year-old Jamar Rudolph and read him his Miranda rights before officers ask him some important questions.
Why would I stay here if I did something with that?
You do. Okay. So what about Cincy? Any warrants out of Cincy?
I'm from Cincinnati.
Okay. So we're verifying that right now. Do you think that's good?
Are you on parole violation out of Cincy? All right, cool. I appreciate your honesty, man. I know nobody wants to be arrested, but I appreciate your honesty.
I actually kind of think he does want to be arrested, which is why he's stuck around.
Police discover why Jamar may have been hiding his identity when he
He's on
admits
parole.
to having an active warrant.
Oh,
Next,
it gets even
Jamar
better.
explains why he intervened.
What a
I want all
fucking
y'all
idiot.
names before I go in.
Okay. So now let's circle back to the beginning where you were saying you weren't with her. Obviously, you
I
lied
wasn't
about
with
who
her.
you are.
I want it. I'm waiting on
Want
my
it?
ride. I call my ride right now. They about to pull up. I came over here. I caught the bus, and I came over here. My ride about to pick me up. I ain't had nothing. I ain't come with them.
All right. So talk to me then about the whole incident, because again, it looked like
I
in the
don't
camera.
know.
Hold on.
I wasn't with them.
It looked like you were gonna jump in to help her out.
No, I just said.
We can't exactly get it back if we change your mind. What was that fucking cursed word that you people taught me that I had to look up in Urban Dictionary? The one where you, like, suck the cum out of the dude's ass. One of the definitions said with a straw, the other one was just like with your mouth. You can take it back, but I don't know if you want to.
I just said don't do her like that. Y'all don't do
Belching.
her like that.
Yes.
Come on, man. We all people.
When you steal someone's goo, they can steal it back by felching it.
We all like human. Don't do her like that. Don't do her like that. That's a female. That's a woman.
Well, so
that's all I said. Don't do her like that. That's all I said. Don't do
What
her
the
like
fuck is this yellow thing? Looks like a lemon head.
Don't do that.
What? Do I need to bring up the word felching again? Alright, to Urban Dictionary we go. Oh, house mouse. What is a house mouse? A man or woman unmarried and living in a house, living like a housewife or house husband. A house mouse is very pampered and well cared for. In exchange for this, the mouse takes care of the house and anything else to keep its master happy. So, a housewife. Filching, the act of ejaculating semen into one's anal cavity and then sucking it out through a straw, funnel, or other receptacle. The art of sucking semen from any human orifice, anus, vagina, can be done with a drinking straw when semen is deep inside the rectum. I have to know that word, so do you.
That's a lady. I want to do no lady like that. I want to disrespect no lady like that.
Okay.
Even though she resisted, I could have went other ways about that. You ain't have to do that.
Morning, Felchers.
I'm gonna report that.
Jamar claims to have been standing up for Mary, an alleged stranger to him during the scuffle. But this good deed does not.
But hey, it's good to know this. That way, if you're ever like talking about a Fletcher, somebody who like makes arrows, you will hopefully remember to get the order of the letters correctly. The L goes before the E in Fletcher. The L goes after the E in Felcher. So, get that shit right. Otherwise, you might confuse people.
Not go unpunished. Before Jamar is taken to jail, officers find a nearby phone the 37-year-old says belongs to him. The police are not convinced.
What kind of phone is it?
I just got that Obama phone when I got out.
Of course you did. Of fucking course. I like how we're still calling it the Obama phone in 2024. Like Obama hasn't been president in 8 years at that point. Oh. 12 years? Jesus Christ. How long ago was Obama president? It's been a fucking minute.
This,
PIN
this,
code?
Yeah. No, it ain't no PIN code. You just swipe up.
Can you tell me what some of the apps are on the front?
You wanna, the apps is probably like YouTube or something. I'll just play some songs.
Okay.
And
Yeah, 10 years this playing this body cam from March 14th. Hey, it's Pi Day. 2024 though. So, 8 years at this point. It would have been 12 years since he was elected. So, yeah, quite a while since the Obama phones are first a thing.
One was the number where I just called my sister, like I just told y'all.
Okay. So what if I go to the call log?
Every single president except Obama has been born before 1947. When was Trump born? I'm pretty sure Trump was born in the 50s. No? Holy shit, you might be right. God damn, why do we keep electing old-ass motherfucking people?
Do you know the number that you called?
My sister's number.
What's her name?
Is her recent call?
She go by another name. She go by a different name. It's like, she go by a different name.
What's in the contacts? The name in the contacts?
The only name.
Fat white hoe is what I put her in my phone as. Bodie call.
The only number I got in that phone is hers.
What about the name? What's it say on the name?
It say,
Cum goblin.
Big sis or something.
You're having to think pretty hard for this. Hold on.
So there's a single name in your contacts and you don't remember what the fuck it says and the police can't find it somehow. This ain't adding up.
There's, a couple pictures of me, probably.
Of what?
A couple pictures of my cock on there. Please don't look through my album.
Me?
Alright, what about... Hold on.
I got a couple girlfriends that might be on there.
Oh, of course you fucking do. What's your Instagram name? Thank you, Chirping Birdie, for subscribing on YouTube and making my birdie chirp.
Instagram? A whole lot of people just stole my Instagram. So
a whole lot of people just done stole your Instagram. And let me guess, you published your email and password on the internet. They stole it because you gave away your secret question or something.
Instagram name is different.
Alright, what I'm trying to do right now is...
What? We don't give a fuck about your Instagram, buddy. We're trying to call the contact that you claim to be calling.
prove that this phone belongs to you.
Okay.
Okay, so if you can give me some information where I can confirm that this is your phone and we're not giving you someone else's phone, is what I'm trying to do.
Alright.
Alright, so what, do you know what your Instagram name is?
Call my sister. Just call her last number.
What's your name?
Verified.
What's your name?
Jamar Rudolph.
What's your name?
Jamar Rudolph.
Yours.
Jamar
We're
Rudolph.
asking for your sister.
Oh.
Dude's fucking mentally retarded. What even is any of this?
She got another name under that.
I know. Can you tell me what that is in your contacts?
I can't.
I'm not going to give it to you.
They're literally talking to the brick wall. The brick wall is paying more attention, is more responsive, it has a higher IQ than this dude.
I can't. I've been drinking. I can't.
Oh, really? I couldn't tell.
That's fair enough, man. I appreciate the honesty on that.
Police are eventually able to confirm the phone belongs
Cops
to
having
Jamal,
fun.
before the unlucky bystander is
Unfortunately, this is the highlight of his week compared to all the other shit he has to deal with.
I need y'all names too.
Yep, we'll get it for you, man.
For arresting me.
You have room back here for me?
We ain't got
Yeah, it isn't his phone. It's our phone. It's the taxpayer's phone. That's an Obama phone. That shit don't belong to him. It's in his possession. But anyways.
Alright, yeah, we're gonna go on the other
I
side.
ain't did none. Y'all put me over for nothing. I'm about to sue y'all.
We need to go on the other side of that.
I want with them or nothing.
Hey, CMX, haven't seen you in a while.
Thank y'all.
Also, I see your name CMX Not Donut. Are you the one who joined my server today with pronouns in your bio? Because if so, yeah, happy Pride Month. You were banned. No, okay, because somebody named Not Donut joined my Discord today. And so I looked to see their profile to see who it is, and they had pronouns in their bio, so congratulations, happy Pride Month, you are banned. If you want to be unbanned, if you want to be in my server, or even Donut server, remove that shit from your bio, please. We don't like people with pronouns in their bio because that's virtue signaling. There's 3 reasons why you would put pronouns in your bio. Either you're trying to virtue signal to your tribe and be like, look at me, look at how virtuous I am. You are not what your pronouns say. You're actually the opposite of what your pronouns say. And you think that that is acceptable to claim to be a woman or claim to be man or whatever. In other words, you're a tranny, or you are using Discord for dating. And all 3 of those reasons are not acceptable, so that's why I'm banning people with pronouns in their bio. It's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Not Stupid Pride Month, exactly. I am doing what makes me proud and banning people with pronouns in their bio and telling them, go seek professional help. Go seek an actual doctor because you have mental health issues if you have to use pronouns. If you think that it's virtuous to tell the people your pronouns when they didn't fucking ask, nobody cares. This is the internet. Everybody is assumed to be a dude. So, yeah, go seek professional help. Actual professional help, not a doctor who's going to reaffirm your delusions. Tell you to chop your dick off, because that ain't help. Whoa, hold on. What the fuck is Everville? Erville? I don't want no Erville lice. Yeah, man, don't throw me in the back of the lice truck. I don't want lice. I just got rid of all my lice. Twitch is so all in on that pronoun bullshit. Yeah, what website was it that like forced me to add pronouns? And whenever they do, I just put like beep boop. And then if they want to ban me for having beep boop as my pronouns, then they're a bigot for not accepting my pronouns.
Do you have anything in your socks, boss? Anything at all?
I ain't got none.
Alright, we're gonna check real quick, alright?
Just sit right here, kick your shoes off.
Man, how the fuck this dude able to afford Air Force Ones? Or just Airs, that's probably why they're suede and not leather.
Hold the foot up for me here. Same thing with this one.
Also, you know, they suspect you of being a criminal. I mean, obviously this dude's on parole, and that's warrants and shit, but yeah, you have zero trust when they are checking your socks, man. The amount of times I've smuggled shit in my socks and gotten away from the police. When it's like, oh, you pulled a knife on somebody? Where's the knife at? You can't find the knife. The knife's in my sock, and they don't check my fucking sock. Probably stole them. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
That's my cage. Nah, that's...
Let me see this leg.
Check the sole as well. Check, like, pull the sole out of the shoe, and that's another common hiding spot. It's such a common hiding spot that people will actually gut out a cavity in the, like, sole of their shoe. And then put the... what would you call that? The thing under the sole? Anyways, they cut out a cavity in there, and that way they can stash drugs in there and then put their sole back in, and they're just like not stomping on their coke or whatever, smashing it down.
Oh, you're working on that one?
I ain't got my mama number, man. That's
It might be just a cigar, I don't know.
It didn't, it smelled like a cigar to me.
If it is, if there's nothing in it, we can toss it. They're not going to take it down. Slide your feet in there, bud.
Also, just because it smells like a cigar, just because you see tobacco at the end of it, doesn't mean that it always is. I think it was last week I told the story of the piece of shit cop in my town who murdered somebody right in front of the cop, just blew his brains out, or not in front of the cop, in front of his mom, just blew his brains out, like literally a foot in front of his mom. That cop one time stopped me, and I was just got off the bus for school, and I was just about to spark him a blunt. But I was smart, and I put tobacco in the end of the blunt, and so he looked at it and just saw that it was like a cigar. Just had tobacco at the end, and gave it back to me. It's like, dude, this is like $20 worth of weed. Thanks.
Smells like a black mark. Alright.
that all right? All right.
Thank you.
Yep, you got it. Watch your head, man, all right?
Jamar.
You say that's probably hella uncomfortable because part of your foot's not supported. You don't cut out the entire like bottom of the shoe in a giant place. You cut out like a little like rectangular compartment that goes the length of your foot, and that way like your foot is still supported. Your heel is supported, the ball of your foot is supported. If you have a flat foot, then the sides of your foot are supported. It's literally just the middle section that is gone.
Jamar is caught in the crosshairs of the incident as he's whisked away to jail for that arrest warrant. Back with Mary, also seated in the back of a patrol car, she surprisingly has some kind words for the officer.
Smile.
She said I was pretty. She said I was pretty.
Said what?
I appreciate that. I really appreciate it. We could have had this conversation, you know. She said I was pretty.
Well, give me a shout if you need anything, all right?
Okay, cool. Thank you.
She's really hung up on that, she called me pretty part. Do you never get complimented? Sorry about that. Very, flattered by the fat lady calling you pretty.
Mary was booked for assault, resisting arrest, and criminal trespass. Additional charges were added after she allegedly had fentanyl stashed in her bra at the jail. Court records show Mary later pleaded guilty to just the assault charge, while all other charges were dismissed, and was entered into a rehabilitation program.
Needs to go to a mental institution, not rehabilitation. What is this one? Oh, I remember seeing this one. This one's fucking crazy. Hey, I just got off duty. Please tell me I am not the one who has to do the paperwork for stopping this guy. I mean, good job. Thankfully it was your patrol car, not your, like, personal vehicle. I'm basically out of fucking body cams. Fine. This is the last video I have to watch.
Ben has got some big wins in the bricks and minifigs case, but as he's got those wins, he's also facing some huge liability. We're going to talk about that today on The Legal Mindset, where we teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney. Now, let's jump right into this. We've been providing kind of play-by-play.
Hello, Roof Indian.
Day-by-day updates as this thing develops. So one of the first things, and perhaps the most humorous things, is the fails by the police. And there was an absolutely glorious fail that happened after our last video. So the unredacted body cam footage.
I like the reactions to this. I don't know. I guess I can understand the anger one, but fucking joyous laughter.
Fail that happened after our last video. So the unredacted body cam footage came out. I covered it on my channel. Almost 500,000 of you watched that here on my channel, and thank you for that, by the way, leaving likes and comments.
When are you going to stream on Kick again, Andrew? I would like to use your emotes. I would like it if you upload some of them as sub too, so that I can use them elsewhere on the channel, because those are some pretty sweet emotes you got there. I wonder who made them.
That video. It really helps out, and got that information out there to everybody, and they had to issue an official statement from the America Fork Police Department. The American Fork Police Department recently discovered that files not intended for public release were uploaded to a public folder.
Why were they not intended for public release? In my opinion, they really should be, and I'm glad that they were.
Upon identifying the issue, the police department promptly removed those files and conducted a review of the records associated with this matter. Following that review, under the...
Also, what in God's name? I've been watching Whisper on my other monitor, because that's what I do. What the fuck is going on over here? Everybody's just spamming emotes, and there's like some emote thing over there. I am not sure. I could have sworn I just saw one of my emotes.
Applicable records laws. We'll get into that, because I am a master of public records laws. The department removed all previously posted files and replaced them with the files approved for public release. The files currently available are the files approved for public release, and the members of the public and media are asked to use those files. This is absolute egg on the face of the PD. Number one, it's very sloppy. It shows they really don't have attention to detail, and they're going through this gung-ho because they're mad, because they're emotional. They're not thinking procedurally, rationally. They just really want to get this guy, and they're trying to do anything to present their side of the story and try to make Reckless Ben, look bad and hide whatever they can hide. You really can't make stuff like this up. I dealt with, in Florida, many public records requests working with...
Yeah, the last time Legal Mindset streamed on Kick was 3 weeks ago. Oh, I clicked this. Look at these sweet emotes he has, though. Every single one of these I made. W a Sobian chat.
Communities. I work with small communities all across Florida, and occasionally there would be a typo that got out there or some small mistake. But whenever you have a big file, something that's important, you triple check. You pay a lawyer to make sure that all that's released is what needs to be released. And in this case, whoever was reviewing this did not do a good
W Al Sabi? No, he said W Asobi, as in to play.
Job, and absolutely messed this one up. And when you look at the actual
Hello,
footage
Carmen.
itself, which is the second big thing here, and you say, why were
Just
you
waiting on Donut to get live in hopefully 15 minutes. Probably not.
trying to hide anything that was unredacted, right? That first half when they're talking there on the stoop of the house, what exactly was in that you thought couldn't come out? It's sounding kind of ridiculous, and it's sounding like you're hiding more than you need to hide. In these cases, as the government, being more transparent works better. Trying to hide stuff doesn't work. And I say that as somebody who has represented governments. It does not look good when you hold back information unnecessarily. And that's what America Forks keeps trying to do. So that's an absolute L.
I miss the old soapy drinks. Do they not make them at all anymore? Because I could have sworn I saw one like within the last few years.
Here. Now, before we get to another L that Bricks and Minifigs takes,
also, the person who taught me how to be an uber elite hacker and how to mod video games, basically the one who got me into like video game design, his name was Sobeat, S0B31T. What's his uber elite hacker name? That dude was a fucking legend.
But a follow-up, because today's sponsor is once again freecash.com. If you're like me, you enjoy a little extra money, lawyers like that money, click on the link in my description as well as in the pinned comments to sign up for free cash. You can go do some games on there if you're already playing games. Hey, might as well get some cash back from that or do some surveys. It's not a get-rich-quick thing, but it's also not a scam. It's a registered German company. Check that out with the QR code on the screen or the link below.
The issue with this, Andrew, though, is the app itself may not be a scam, but the apps that you download very well can be, as well as have malware and infect your device and steal your information. And I'm sorry, but it is not worth it to me to install random ass fucking apps to my phone. To an app or on a phone that has my payment information connected to it. I am sorry, but that is a giant security risk.
Freecash.com. All right, back to the screw-ups. So we've got here Bricks and Minifigs spin. So they tried to spin to the mainstream media here. Out, you see this with KSL News Radio 102.7 as Utah-based reseller parts ways with owners involved in.
Also, Dave, you say if a mod wants to share that it's the Pepsi product locator, so we still exist, but it's hardly carried anywhere. Links are automatically deleted, so it doesn't show up anywhere. Not even mods can see it.
Viral Lego theft allegations. So trying to say that, hey, we as corporate have distanced ourselves.
And yeah, that's also very true, Carmi, is those apps exist in order to artificially inflate the popularity of these other apps. They're essentially paying advertisement. It's literally what Raid Shadow Legends did in order to make Raid Shadow Legends popular. And everybody know about it is they went around paying content creators to promote it. I don't know how the fuck they ever get a return on their investment for any of that, but apparently they do because lots of companies do it.
From all these bad people, we've gotten rid of the bad guys. That's their corporate
And I am not going to go to the PepsiCo Sobe product locator because it doxes my location.
position now. Well, it turns
You click on one of them and it'll be like, this is 76 miles away from your location. It's like, okay, I click on 2 of them. You're now able to triangulate exactly where I live.
out that was a lie, right? The lie detector said that's a lie. You look at the filings here and you see that Bricks and Minifigs with Brandon Best, who was one of these bad characters involved here, that they came out and publicly said they parted ways with. Well, he's still on a store in Eugene, Oregon. Womp womp. And this is the sort of thing that the internet detectives on X, on other platforms, on YouTube, are finding that mainstream media is really not finding. So shout out to all those people on forums all over the place. This thing is getting out there, and the internet sleuths, you know who you are doing an excellent job of logging this and not allowing them to get away with these corporate shenanigans. And I know these are corporate shenanigans because I used to pull certain tactics like this back when I was working on the corporate side, trying to do an old switcheroo. Another switcheroo they're trying to do here is changing and filing for a new LLC in Oregon. So they're trying to file a new one here, the Willamette Forest Ops, trying to switch out LLCs, play a little games there. But now people are spotting this and calling this out, and that's just not going to work. The other thing, which is on the side for Ben, and Ben really had a huge W here, which he can celebrate, is he's gotten to almost $450K in his GoFundMe. Now, it's excellent. Obviously, that is looking to go towards the Mancells or cover the costs, some of the legal defense, etc. Stuff going on with this. That's absolutely fantastic. But what that also creates is a giant target on his back. Now, we saw in the footage how they were very acutely interested in those GoFundMe funds. And
I also like how it was over $200,000 worth of Legos, and they're looking for $450,000 for the GoFundMe. Like, sure, that would technically be about the retail price that Bricks and Minifigs would be selling the shit for. If anything, it'd be about $2 million is what they would be looking for if you go by the 10% to 20% that company normally sells their shit inflated from what they buy it as.
that's because they want some of that money. If they can get that money, they're going to do anything they can to try to get that money. Because if you thought they were interested in $200K worth of Legos, which they say debatably is $100K, whatever, $200K of Legos, they're more interested in $450K almost, it'll get there, of cold hard cash. You better believe they want some of that cold hard cash. And look,
how would any of it be theirs? It wouldn't be, and they don't have the right to any fucking of that money.
There's nothing wrong with being interested in money, but there's one thing about how you go about it, right? And being blindsided by a corporation that may not have your...
So now would be a great time to sell your Legos, like on eBay or whatnot, because of all of this shit bringing interest to it, and the people who are like, yeah, fuck Bricks and Minifigs, and instead of going to them, they'd rather go directly to the source of the person selling it themselves. And it sounds to me like now is the time to sell your Legos. Just not to Bricks and Minifigs. It was never the time to sell to them. Again, they regularly paid people 10 to 20% when they advertise paying them 50% of what they sell them at for retail.
Best interests here, and also failing to prepare for this and take this seriously is a problem for Ben. And one of the things, as we're going to see in a clip right now, is that Ben doesn't necessarily take these legal threats seriously and hasn't gone to lawyers as aggressively and as much as he should. Let's take a look at the clip.
We can thank him, but we should also write him a written apology as well.
Exactly. Yeah. And what's so interesting in that, dude, did you hear this? Where he's like, we are willing to drop the lawsuit against...
Only a 50 to 60 pound storage bin full of them. I don't know where any of mine are. I highly doubt they exist anymore. when I got evicted from my house, I basically lost fucking everything that I had. Even before then, all of my childhood toys were essentially stolen from me and sold at a yard sale without my will by not my parent, by his sister, and like fucking things that I see going on eBay now for like thousands of dollars, toys and shit. I wish I still had them. As somebody who likes collecting things, some of the things that I still have from my childhood are now worth a lot of fucking money.
So help me understand, are you aware of the lawsuit that they have against Brian, or is it the same one that you're lumped into?
It's one lawsuit on all of us, and they're getting us for RICO charges. I don't really know what that is, but I heard it's a big deal. Yeah, I just saw a couple of lawyers.
It's a big deal, and he's going to talk. I'll rewind here because he's going to talk about what the lawyers say. It is indeed a big deal. That's something you should take seriously. When you hear RICO charges, whether they're civil RICO charges or criminal, there is a difference there. We'll get into it when we do some more analysis down the line on that.
The price of the kit you got went up 300% from when you got it. I used to buy P. Bondi, imported directly from Japan, and I'd buy multiple kits so that I could just, make profit on it. I would build one or two of the kits and I would sell the rest and make a good fucking bit of profit on them. The problem with that is, though, Bondi regularly reprints their kits, and so you have to wait until the perfect timing to sell them when you know that they're it's been long enough, the price has gone up, but it's close enough to when they're about to reprint it. Otherwise, if you wait until after it's been reprinted, that fucking price plummets because now it is on the market again.
We'll see whether or not that case sticks, which we'll talk about in a second. But this is a big deal for him. This could be crushing, life-crushing liability, and it also can go for those GoFundMe funds. So if he doesn't take this seriously, if he doesn't actually go and lawyer up and try to fight back on this, he does risk that. That absolutely is at risk.
Yeah, I just saw a couple of lawyers briefly react to it. They're like, RICO charges, they're like, oh, this is insane, that's used for the mafia and stuff, so...
No, that means you have insane motion. If you get a RICO charge, that's it's a badge of honor.
It's a white.
But and these guys are taking it in stride and kind of taking it. Okay, it's not a badge of pride, but take it serious.
I would not see a RICO charge as a badge of pride. I would see a RICO charge as, oh fuck, I need to flee to Mexico, which is exactly what he did.
Don't just say, okay, now I've got this on me. I've got this sort of clout of being sued for RICO. I'm now this bad boy. No, you've actually got to fight this. You've actually got to step up and fight it. You've got to go to court. You've got to push back against this, right? Because
it's not exactly a badge of honor to have to go to court for a RICO charge or literally anything else. That is not something you want. That's a lot of money to defend yourself. If you plan on fighting the charges, I mean, sure, it could be a badge of honor if you're a gangster or a mobster and you want to go to prison and become a shot caller. Sure, that's a badge of honor then, but I don't think you want that, buddy.
At that stage now, and there's enough, and we'll get into the legal defense. There's enough for him to go back and actually do that. He actually has the resources to do that right now.
Boy, emotion right there.
What they're claiming is that Brian hired me to harass Bricks and Minifigs when it couldn't be more the opposite. I saw this story and I was like, let me help you. And he's like, I've tried everything at this point. If you want to go for it, go for it. I've already declared these Legos as a total loss. So
okay, then I take back what I said partially about the Lego guy's son hiring a YouTuber instead of a lawyer. If YouTuber went to him and was like, hey, let me help, he's still kind of retarded for letting the YouTuber help him. But maybe he didn't know all the shit that would go down because of it.
He's like, maybe if Reckless Man gets on it, he'll help a little bit. But
okay, so let's
all
stop
those RICO charges usually carry pretty hefty prison time. Oh yeah, 20 years probably.
I think that is
those
what
usually if you're guilty of RICO charges, those are people you don't want on the street.
Exactly happened here. So Bricks and Minifigs wants to frame this as an extortion attempt, as something where they were going in from the beginning.
Yeah, lawyer up regardless. That's what he should have done from the very get-go. Not a YouTuber guy, I could give a fuck about retarded Ben, but Lego guy's son, mind you, it's not even that dude's Legos, it's his dad's Legos. That dude should have gone to a fucking lawyer. And the lawyer would have been like, yeah, don't get a YouTuber involved in any of this. It's going to ruin everything. It's going to get the case thrown out. He's just going to screw everything up. And that's why he's not talking about it now, Mr. Retarded Ben, is because his lawyer, he probably finally went to a fucking lawyer, and the lawyer's like, yeah, shut your fucking mouth. You have already basically ruined this entire case.
To extort them. Well, they're going in from the beginning to get what was justly theirs, and we've kind of exposed that yes, they were indeed owed something. Bricks and Minifigs has admitted they were owed something.
And Roof Ending, the same thing goes for talking to the cops. Don't talk to the cops. Get a lawyer. Let your lawyer talk to the cops. If you're guilty, don't talk to the cops. If you're innocent, definitely don't talk to the cops, because they will use your words against you. That is their job, is to find your words, twist your words, find something in them that they can use to get charges on you. I don't fault them for it. I mean, that's what they're getting paid to do.
So if you are actually owed something, that is not extortion. That is trying to be made whole. Bricks and Minifigs, the franchise owner, were unjustly enriched. They were enriched in a way by the Star Wars
questions answered, you can talk to my lawyer.
They should not have been. They admitted that he was not paying out, the franchise owner was not paying out the Mancells what they should have been paying them out. That's a wrong there. That's not extortion. This was not something where they're saying, let's just shake down these people without any reason at all whatsoever. There's a very valid reason behind that. But the point here, beyond all of that, is once again, they do face risk here, and they also face risk of the Mancells and Ben being separated in negotiations. Because what Bricks and Minifigs may try to do here is separate.
Question for you all. You can eat. How long ago was the Mormon thing, and is this guy responsible for the TikTok trend of people running into the Scientology thing? Is this guy responsible for the TikTok kids running into the Scientology buildings and just like getting clickbait? I don't know what they were fucking doing or why. TikTok trends, I don't understand them. When was the last time I watched bodycam? Last stream, I believe, if not the stream before.
Rate them out. They may try to say, okay, Mancells, we will pay you out, we will make you whole, but you've got to turn.
The same guy. Yeah, Retarded Ben's the same dude who was doing the Scientology coverage. What was his real name? Reckless. I just call him Retarded Ben because he looks kind of retarded to me. And the shit he does is pretty fucking retarded. Mm, 3 years ago. Jesus. Okay, so maybe he's not responsible for the TikTok trend. Because that was a while ago.
On Reckless Ben. So now Reckless Ben needs to be very careful, needs to make sure he's got his interests in line, and make sure he's saying, hey, listen, we're going to this together. We're going to come to a resolution that works for all parties, right? Works for the Mancells, works for Ben, works for Bricks and Minifigs, and we're going to settle this and get this done. Bricks and Minifigs wants to make the settlement just with the Mancells, but they want vengeance on Ben. Now, we'll get into his psychology.
I can 100% understand their viewpoint on that, yeah. This guy brought all of this negative press, negative attention, fucked with him for how many years? But yeah, I too would want some retribution. And I would also just want to drop the shit with the dude who, like, how much money have they lost because of all this? In revenue? Just bad press. Yeah, settle the shit with the Lego guy, and it'll be profitable to you in the long run. But press charges on this dude, sue him for the harassment, the laws he's broken, the fucking trespassing when he's like, look, I have this legal document that I tricked you into signing that you did not fucking read and you didn't know you were signing. That is unenforceable even if you did sign it. That says that you can't be trespassed. That was some fucking stupid shit.
I understand him and why he doesn't want to do this or why he hasn't done this so far, but let's listen to the rest of the video.
But that's how the situation actually went down. Like, we have all the video to prove it. So like, if they sue him, they're just like stupid, you know? Because like, I have the video of our first initial conversation where he tells me the story and I'm like, huh, this is an interesting story. Maybe we could do a video on this, you know? But like, it's my decision to make. He didn't tell me to make the video. His friend is the one that reached out to me and is like, hey, this is an interesting situation, you know? And Brian was like, I just want the Legos back, you know, is what Brian's take has been. Now they're suing him just for wanting his own property back, which makes no sense. Like, what the heck?
So it does make sense because they're trying to reframe the narrative. They're trying to reframe it as, oh, poor corporation. Oh, we're hurt here. And they're also trying to frame him in the worst possible light. Look, everybody is out there trying to get what is theirs and trying to see what they derive from it in terms of a benefit, right? So everybody can benefit from a situation. Obviously, let's be real, let's be honest and objective, as I always am on this channel. Obviously, Reckless Ben is a YouTuber. He does want attention. He does want clicks. He does obviously want monetization. That's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not a sin
when you are doing something like this and the way that he is doing it, he is literally ruining this entire case, all because he wants YouTube views. So yeah, I do see something with that. I see it basically as the exact same shit Johnny Somali was doing. Making outrage content for the sake of outrage. So that you can get views and donations and whatever. Hate viewers and sympathy from donators or whatever. I really fucking hate content creation and the people that go about it like this.
That, but at the same time, he's able to actually do something good, bring publicity to this issue.
Let's see, if I want to go viral, how many slurs would I have to drop? I just go around and I just watch videos of like Carmelo Anthony shit and just call everybody in their racial slur? Sure, yeah, that'd probably get me to go viral. Do I want to do that? Not really, no, there's better ways of going about it.
That's not a huge conflict there, and oftentimes if you're able to do good and profit, that's great. That's something that is very I think positive, and that brings a lot of benefits to the world. But Bricks and Minifigs wants to take this and turn this around to him being an evil.
Would it be entertainment to the people that I want to attract? Would it be positive in any way? No, it's just negativity. I don't want to be known for this bullshit.
Malicious person. So that's why.
Again, there you go. Those keywords, malicious. Good job, Andrew. Those are the words I was looking for.
To do this differently. So let's go to my judgment. So the first thing that he needs to look at is to fund legal defense. And I think he can do this if you look at the terms here in the GoFundMe. It does talk about legal costs, and I think that this legal defense, a legal defense of the RICO, could use some of those funds. He's gathered more than enough to get the Legos back, to buy all the Legos and fund a legal defense here. So he's got enough for a real lawyer now. So that part is covered. But I understand Ben, and I know why he's skeptical of lawyers. He's skeptical of lawyers because if a lawyer was part of his team in the beginning of this, they would have told him to not do certain things. They might have told him to stop. Listen, lawyers, we can be fun killers here. We can be risk adverse. We're aware of that. We know that. And sometimes YouTubers, particularly YouTubers trying to create dramatic content, are going to want to push the boundaries. I get that. I understand that. But there's a point at which you absolutely...
We ever seen Breaking Bad? Probably everybody. That was like the last TV show I ever cared to watch.
Do need to get a lawyer involved, especially if the stakes have gotten this high. Once the stakes have escalated, you need to get rid of that bias, get rid of that tendency to not talk to lawyers or that lawyers are joy killers, and come back and get one on your team, especially when you have more than enough resources for it now. He also faces some very serious liability. This is not a joke, and he risks those GoFundMe funds being targeted by Bricks and Minifigs, which we don't want them to get. I also think negotiations...
I don't see how they think they have the right to any of the GoFundMe money. That is completely divorced from the whole situation. The only thing that is related to it is this stupid fucking YouTuber. They should remove his name from any of it, and he never should have been involved in the GoFundMe, never should have promoted it or anything. It should have just been its own fucking thing.
With all parties, the man sells Bricks and Minifigs and Ben, right? And he can do that with a representative, so he can send a lawyer there or a mediator on his behalf, right? Somebody who is his legal representative to engage in those negotiations, because maybe, you know, he's too in this personally. Maybe he needs a neutral party. Get a lawyer in there, get somebody in there to negotiate for you, sit at that table, come to a resolution, sign that off. I think that is the best one. And if Bricks and Minifigs at any point during the negotiation is in bad faith, they try to trick you, you can call them out. That's content. You've got the upper hand here. Ben definitely has the upper hand. The Mancells have the upper hand. So at any point, if they were to try to turn the tables on him or trick him, I think the eyes of the internet, the eyes of the world are still on this case. So the time is right to negotiate and get it done now. But I want to know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one.
I think all parties involved are retarded and they all deserve a loss. They all played stupid games, they should all win a stupid prize. I really want to watch that shooting. I wish one day I'm just going to do a Rumble only stream and go over all of the shootings. And all of the slurs. We'll do a slur review. I'll go through my entire meme folder. Like this morning, I wake up and I look at my phone and I see that I have 2 messages from Dawn, and I cannot show you them at all.
Yeah, I'm Lord Nooks and North. Live and ride, it trust me's more. Turn the chaos into law. Hit record and start the war. Yeah, I'm Lord Nooks and North. Every joke a secret door. If you think you've seen it, all my billies always cry for more. Lord from Nooks and North. I dive into the lore. Fuck, I'm Nooks and North. You don't see my face. Living rent free in your green space. Every hot take like a raid on these safe place. Turn your faith trope to a meme, then I erase. I don't chase. Cloud I attracted. Drop on vid, whole feet goes frantic. Say touch grass, but I plant this. Tiny brain sub bomb. All the billies want more. Lord from Nooks and North. Yeah, I'm Lord Nooks and North. Laughing wild and Josh scream more. Turn the chaos into lore. Hit record, it's not the war. Yeah, I'm Lord Nooks and North. Every joke a secret door. If you think you've seen it all, my belly's always cry for more. Lord from Nooks and North. Wait a minute, bust that sound. That's me suplexing your career in the ground. Scroll of regrets on my browser tab. Turn every bad take to a golden gag. Click they title, yeah, twist that tag. Watch them all running and then leave just blad. I got lore in the comments, mitts in the threads. People write essays about stuff that I said. I just sit tea while the drama spreads. Then drop one joke, everybody plays dead. Everyone is always wanting more. Lord from Lord, Nooks and North. Yeah, I'm Lord, Nooks and North. Laughing while the chat screams more. Turn the chaos into law. Hit record and start the war. Yeah, I'm Lord, Nooks and North. Every joke is seen to go. If you think you've seen it all, my Billy's always cry for more. From Nooks and North.
Yeah, I fucking love this song.
Crusader.
Every day, gotta listen to this shit at least once a day. Yeah, that's the other thing that he's saying. Why the fuck are you sending me these memes, Dawn? You want me to watch them on stream, and I fucking know it. I'm not gonna give in to you. I'm on YouTube today. I can't watch that video, even though it's literally a YouTube video. I think I can watch this one, though. Let's roll the dice on this one.
Why were you so careless with my frogs? I didn't loan them to you just to get them killed.
Listen, Asmon, I didn't mean for this to—
Half of them are dead!
Getting pretty fucking good at the AI, man. Yeah, that was great acting right there. Saying it's Code Baldy. Oh man, yesterday we were on Rumble and he raided Tectone and we all were just spamming truck nuts. Fucking his entire like chat was just truck nuts and truck nuts on a Cybertruck and what was that? Oh, that's right, fucking Twitter. Oh, look at the booty sweat. I still got my shit playing in the background. Thankfully it's so quiet you can barely hear it when I'm listening to Dongwater. So I like this tweet. I'm gonna go to the hood and sell this shit at a fucking, what was it, 5,000% markup.
Booty sweat, booty sweat, booty sweat, big ass booty juice. Get you some that booty sweat, booty sweat, booty sweat, booty sweat, big ass booty juice. Get you some that there booty sweat. Energy for your soul, motherfucker. Excellent energy in the house. Get your shit now. Pop a nut out this bitch. Pop a nut out this bitch. Pop a nut out this bitch. Get you some that booty sweat. Booty sweat.
I wonder if he has the full song anywhere. If he does, it's probably on SoundCloud. I follow 3 people on SoundCloud. Roof Indian, who I don't think posts anything. You just retweet things. Don P. Bongwater and Man with a Mission. That I cannot listen on YouTube because that'll immediately get my YouTube stream removed or muted. Recent was K Crusader. Really? That was 3 months ago? Okay, yeah, so he doesn't have Booty Sweat on here. Does have the song we were literally just listening to, though. Man, Dogwater, you need to upload more music. I thought you were a SoundCloud rapper.
Yo, 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 yo. This be Donnie P. The Bongwater dude. Yeah. The P stands for penis. Let's get this. Skirt, skirt. Got my boots on in the club. Got my feet stuck in the mud. Got that stainless polish up on my Cybertruck, and we can run it up. Baby, I'm about to burn it up. Got you on a roll with us. Truck nuts on the Cybertruck. Baby, how'd you get that way? How'd you get so fine? Made my motherfucking day. Made me think about a time. Let me get your name. Let me get your number. I'm about the game. I'ma give you my all, baby. Give me a hat, give me a shirt. Let me see those.
I did one version of one of his songs with my voice because he sent me all the lyrics and everything of it. Where's your library? Yeah. What fucking song was that? Oh, here we go. Just click that button. I know I liked it, so shouldn't take too long to find. I think it was around here. This one's a good one. I love Monkeys in the Wild. Hey, no, not that one.
Monkeys in the wild, my heart's racing. Baggy's got extended clips from a prison break. Monkeys in the wild, pray for my soul. Don't let them catch me lacking Kia Hellcat on the road. I can't go like that. How do we get here? EBT in the mail, and mama's never home. No, I never knew my dad. Monkeys in the wild, pray for my soul. Don't let them catch me lacking Kia Hellcat on the road. I can't go like that. Banana clips. 50 rounds.
That's what I hate about Suno, though. It's like, oh, white people can't rap. You have a white person's voice, therefore we're going to make you sound black. That way you can actually rap. Racist ass Suno. I also really like this sound. Is it this one? Yeah, this is the one.
Yo, 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 yo.
This Bugatti P. The Bongwater dude.
Yeah.
Again,
P stands for penis.
you can't rap, so let's make it a black person
Got my
song.
boots on in the club. Got my feet stuck in the mud. Got the stainless polish up on my Cybertruck, and we can run it up. Baby, I'm about to burn it up. Bet you wanna roll with us. Truck nuts on a Cybertruck.
Baby, how'd you get that way? How'd you get so fine? Let me get
your name, let me get your number. I'm about the game, I'ma give you my all, baby. Give me your hat, give me your shirt. Let me see those jeans, girl. Give me all your love and you'll get all of me. Let's go in my cyber truck so we can
It's like it
cyber fuck.
starts to do my voice, and then it's like, nope, this is a black person song. You're too white to sing this. Fucking Suno. Sometimes it works, most of the time it doesn't.
He still want to be in a relationship with you?
Yeah, but I don't want it anymore.
Okay, why he want to know why you don't want it anymore. That's all.
No, I don't want it because...
You just don't want it?
No. When I move in there, I don't want him behind me because he have a game.
Those were some of the final desperate words of 34-year-old Fridoline Daniel. On the morning of November 8th, 2023, terrified and running out of options, she walked right into the Boynton Beach Police Department looking for a lifeline. She told officers her ex-boyfriend had a gun and was going to kill her. What she didn't know was that he had followed her and was standing right behind her in the lobby.
Fuck? Well, I think this is about to be a shooting.
She's said her and this guy been broke up for.
That is a giant puddle of blood.
Okay. And I guess he's been like showing up, stalking her. And I told her, I said, next time if he's at your house, call us and not come there and trespassing. I was doing a DMA for him just coming to the station. He was like, oh, I'm gonna just go, I'm gonna go. So he ended up going, leaving, but no problem. I guess what he did is went to her house and waited for her. Waited for her, came back around and waited for her to come out here. And we had just parked over there and started typing the report. And heard this.
Do we have her information?
Yeah, he got it all right there.
Yopi's just asked, can you send out an email with the guy's 14?
Okay, I'll copy and paste and send you an email. Trying to get the newer picture of him on the BWC, but I can't. For some reason, it's like...
What? He got away? What the fuck happened? So the lady's walking out right here, I imagine. And the dude's like waiting to ambush her. And he pops her when there's a cop literally like 20 feet away. What the fuck? How did he get away? How did he not get
doing the circle
ventilated?
and then it started playing and then it started buffering again. So I'm just waiting until it gets to a certain point I can try to get a screenshot of him, a newer.
What about his DL or
his DL? He have a short crop hair in his DL. I sent that out with his DL picture, but I want to get the newer, fresher picture of him.
What were we dealing with him earlier?
Because he came in, he had been following her, and she said he's been following her. She said he had a gun. She didn't.
Yeah,
she said
big
he
white
had a gun.
cock,
He didn't have a gun
BWC.
on him, so I talked to him and stuff. She said she didn't want to deal with him no more. They had broke up a year ago. Because see, she had a whole different outfit. I guess after I told next time he comes to your house, call us.
He chews like a hooker.
We'll come and we'll trespass him any time of day. And then he won't be able to come back to the property because he'll be arrested. She was like, okay. And she ended up leaving and everything by the
You
time.
know, I remember back in my day, they told you that if you wanted a strong jawline, you chew gum all the time. Nowadays, they tell you to do that mewing shit where you like press your tongue against the roof of your mouth constantly. How the fuck does that work? I don't think it does. I think it's retarded. Also, that reminded me on Twitter the other day, I saw this shit that was like, oh, here's how you can make your eyes blue. You take like, I forgot what it was, 2 fucking grams or 4 grams of aspirin per day. No, that is how you get liver failure. That is a meme. They are trying to... Literally like it's an anti-white meme. It's like, oh, if you're white and you want to have blue eyes so that you can be an Aryan or whatever the fuck, and then take a bunch of aspirin until you get liver failure. It's not how eye color works. You can't change the melanin in your eyes by chewing aspirin.
She left. I guess she went home and changed. We came patrolling, showing him the zones, and then we backed up for Sorrow, and then we got the call. So obviously he left before her.
Tongue on the roof of the mouth makes you extend your lower jaw more naturally. For me, it just makes me like have to open my mouth. If anything, it makes my lower jaw go back more. And also just extending your jaw, you're gonna have to like grind your teeth down because oftentimes your jaw is in the place that it is because of the positioning of your teeth. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to
But
me.
then he must have came back and just waited here.
What is their relationship?
It's like your jaw is where it is because of where your teeth naturally sit in your jaw.
Friend and girlfriend. Over a year ago, she said she broke up with him, but he's been calling, trying to get back with her, trying to get the picture when that's him back there. But I'm trying to get closer to him so I can at least get a better screenshot of him.
Were you at home?
Yes, I was.
Okay, and I know you'd mentioned that you'd seen somebody earlier in the morning. If you could just explain to me what time you saw this.
So can I get the footage from your Ring camera? How about that? How about we get the cops trying to get the body cam footage? Just pull up this Ring camera.
Person.
What up, big boy?
What you saw and what you heard, and with as much detail as possible.
Okay, I'll explain 2 occasions. I got up at night to make a cup of tea. Roughly at
Pushing your tongue towards your upper teeth that pushes your lower jaw. It does not for me. My lower jaw stays where it is.
it had to be like going on
If I
to
want to have an underbite, then yeah, sure, I can move my jaw forward to have an underbite. But again, I would have to like grind my teeth down in order for my teeth to naturally sit in that position.
1 o'clock in the morning. I heard commotion outside, arguing.
Okay.
Very
Otherwise,
loud.
my mouth
So I
doesn't
went-
close all the way. Because again, your jaw is where it is because, or your teeth are ground to where I'm not sure which comes first, the chicken or the egg, but essentially your jaw is where it is and your teeth are ground to fit that.
Here. From the inside and kind of looked through.
So you were looking out your window?
And I saw him, the guy standing on that pathway right there.
Okay, do you know who him is?
The guy that shot her. I don't know him. Says Robins, what the news is talking about.
Okay, but so describe the person that you
He
saw.
had dreadlocks and they were in a ponytail.
Okay.
He had on a black shirt
Okay.
and denim jeans, I
Okay.
believe.
Okay. Okay, so this was around 1 a.m. You
Yes.
heard some arguing, so you looked out your window.
Very discreetly.
Okay, and you could see down here?
Yes, right
Okay.
there. They were standing right there on the
Okay.
path.
So you saw this male that you just described, and
Yes.
who else did you see?
And then the second occasion,
And you said they were arguing, or what were they doing?
loud talking, and it was in Creole, and I couldn't
understand.
Yes.
I already had a perfect jaw because he's in fact a clanger built to perfection. Not exactly. You know, when you go to the dentist, they measure your overbite or underbite as well as the offset left and right. And I believe mine is an overbite by 0.3 millimeters and a left to right deviation by, I forgot what it was. It was like 1 or 2 millimeters. I forgot which direction. But again, that's because of where the teeth are and where your teeth are, where they've been ground to, where they haven't been ground from where your jaw sits. And
But it was like,
I doubt anybody has like a perfectly aligned left and right and overbite underbite. I'm pretty sure everybody has one or the other, one direction or the other.
you can tell when somebody's irate or upset. So that's the thing I got from that. Went back to bed, got up in the morning, getting my
I trimmed my beard down to 1/4 inch last year and panicked never again. It was about 6 months ago. 7 months ago at this point. I shaved everything off and I looked older. I don't know how. Donut's live. Hey, it's about fucking time. My man. Let's go watch some Donut. How many are on Twitch? I have no
never
idea.
eaten digestive enzymes before. I heard it helps break down protein. So I might actually boot myself on stream. Morning, slurs. Oh. Fucking plops. Civ Gaming. Welcome back, buddy.
Much your dick straight
Morning
on
to your
Twitch.
favorite content creator. I'm sorry. I was talking to old Meat Canyon this morning. Speaking of content creators, trying to get him.
Just have to refresh
just
the
go out to
fucking
Vegas
Twitch
with me for a
page
couple
because
of
it
days
doesn't
and
come up the
gamble.
raid button.
It's our favorite thing to do together. Blackjack.
Then I
All
still
you can
have to
eat.
wait 10 seconds.
28. Lift it up. Thanks for the sub, buddy.